I have so much news to share with you. We're here at Universal today. We're going to go into Universal Studios. There's new stuff for the summer, new limited time things, but more than that, this week was a full week of Halloween Horror Nights 2025 announcements. Every day except for one, they announced a different of the original houses. The originals tend to be my favorites. They're so creative and so amazing, and I'm really hyped for what they announced this week. So we're going to talk about all of that. I'm going to give you some like behind the scenes little details about them, show you some different things, and we are going to enjoy this hot, blazing, sunny, gorgeous summer day here at Universal. So let's get started. So I'm making my way into Universal Studios over there, but from here in City Walk we can see that the construction around Rip Ride Rockit has ramped up. This roller coaster is closing in August, and there is a lot going on around it. Wow. I like to take the time to document Rip Ride Rockit as much as I can, since it's going away forever. It's such a cool layout. But yeah, let's go in. The globe, she is a-turnin'. And we're starting out here towards the back-ish of the park in the New York area. I just want to tell you about a few of the limited time character interaction meet and greets going on during the summer. In my last vlog on Friday the 13th, I showed you the Megan Flash Mob. That's going on from June 10th through 30th. It is a really cool. They come out, they dance to 2 songs, they do some great dances, and then they divide up into 2 groups and do photo ops. It's really cool, highly recommend it early in the day, so make sure you get there at like the 10:30 or 11:30 showtime. They sometimes do later showtimes in the day, but it depends on the weather. So super cool if you're here during June. Do that. But something new is back. Well, something old, something new, something borrowed, something green. The Wicked meet and greet is back with Glinda and Elphaba. That was going on when the Wicked experience first opened, and it's really cool. That's back for a limited time from June 23rd through August 10th. Now they don't have times listed, and I went over there already and they were not there anywhere to be seen, and I asked and they said, we don't know, but it's going on through 6 p.m., like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's the hours now. It could change, but definitely worth doing if you're a fan of Wicked. You should check that out. Universal also made a really surprising announcement this week. So they said that the Horror Unleashed experience, that is like a year-round Horror Nights experience that they're opening in Las Vegas this August, that they're gonna open another one in Chicago. They just announced this out of nowhere yesterday. Very surprising that they're already announcing opening another one before the first one has officially opened, but I'm very excited and curious to see how these things go. We definitely plan to be at the Vegas one, so I will bring you coverage of all of that, show you everything that I can, what it's like, give you a review and all of that. But yeah, it's coming to Chicago too. No date yet, but very interesting. Now, let's start going around the park. Back here in this area that's normally a scare zone, we've got these lighting rigs up, and normally these would be the first sign of Halloween Horror Nights construction going up, but they're decorated for 4th of July. And that's partly because there is a 4th of July celebration at this park, and partly to match with the Amity Jaws area over here. So they've got this Amity area, they have skippers out, photo ops, really fun. This is going on for the summer. We've got this fun Amity area back here. Love this for summer. Cute. That doesn't mean that these aren't for Halloween Horror Nights though. They probably are there for the start of this, decorated for 4th of July because it's summer and 4th of July is next week, and to match with the Amity area, and then we'll stay for Halloween Horror Nights. We shall see. More lighting rigs. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. These are most likely starting the setup for Halloween Horror Nights. In truss, we trust more trusses. These things, these sticks, as I call them jokingly sometimes, they hold lights, they hold banners, they hold decorations and props and things like that for events here. Definitely Horror Nights. There he is. The restrooms back here are still under construction, so they're closed. There's a fan, and I very much need it, because it is, yeah, it's boiling out here. But there's more to tell you. They did announce the theme for this year is going to be like a spooky conservatory, and I love that. My favorite type of theme is like old school spooky, like a crumbling castle, like spooky old abandoned conservatory with gargoyles and glass, and just beautiful. And it matches with what we've seen up in the Five and Dime, the area where they're showing the Halloween Horror Nights preview merchandise, where they have that bit of like castle wall and those stained glass windows. totally vibes with that. And I like could not love that more. All right, let's talk about the houses that have been announced. Here in the Simpsons line, you can see all what's going on back here in the tents. Oh, there's a lot going on back there. You can see these trucks, and you can see trusses back here and like rigs to set up signage and all of that. It's all back there. Oh, look, the bridge is closed. Ooh, there's a lot going on, a lot of construction and different things happening, but this walkway between sort of the Harry Potter area and the Simpsons area is temporarily closed. Every single spot in this park with shade or AC is filled with people because, listen, it's summer. If you haven't been paying attention, it's in the 90s every single day here. That's just how it is. You just gotta cope the best you can. So there's people like sitting on the floor, all lining the stores, everywhere. But I did find a little umbrella here to sit under for a bit. So let's talk houses. So we already know the IP. IP means intellectual property. So this means like movies, video games, things that exist and are owned by a company, and they could be owned by Universal or whatever, and they work out a deal to have it as a Halloween Horror Nights house. So we have Jason Universe, and if you see they spell the universe with a 1 and a 3 for 13, Friday the 13th, see what they did there? We've got Fallout, which is a video game and a show, and this one's gonna be based on the show. Fallout I'm excited for because, as some of you know, last year we did a cross-country road trip, drove across America, and we went to this really cool Fallout themed bar and town, and it was really cool, so I'll link that. We know that they've announced Five Nights at Freddy's is coming in a whole new way. Most likely that's a house, but it could be something else. I know when I've talked about this before, some people come in the comments, they're adamant, John Murdy said it's a house. John Murdy mostly talks about the West Coast, but Five Nights at Freddy's is coming to both coasts, so if it's a house there, it's most likely a house here. But they haven't officially announced it yet, and I like to stick to what is officially announced, so I can make sure I'm giving you the most correct and up-to-date information here. That's just how I roll. So anyway, it's coming. So Five Nights at Freddy's, Friday the 13th, or Jason Universe, Fallout. Those are the 3 IPs so far. There are more to come. But let's talk about the original houses, because that's honestly what I'm most excited for. The original houses are ones that are created fully by the Universal creative team. Concept, creation, everything. They make a story, and sometimes you'll see sequels, as in one of the ones for this year. So first they announced El Artista, a Spanish haunting in 19th century Spain. A tortured artist moves into an isolated country manor for inspiration, but the art comes alive and possesses him. This sounds amazing. So during a Spooky Empire panel, the Universal creative team said you're gonna see Pepper's ghost in there, which is one of my favorite old school stage effects you'll see in like Haunted Mansion, and it is just classic. They said you're gonna see ghosts, you're gonna see ghosts walking through walls. I love a creepy old manor. I love ghosts. I love El Artista. I love a Hispanic house. I am Hispanic. So I love everything about this. A tortured artist, like this is art, this is theater, this is beautiful. They also said that one of the creatives that's going to be heavily involved in this is Dylan Koloff, who's had a big hand in other houses that have been favorites like Blood Moon and Dead Man's Pier and Gothic. So that vibe that he brings is just, it is beautiful. So I'm very, very excited. I think this is going to be a gorgeous house. Next up, this is actually kind of a sequel house or a spin-off house. Hatchet and Chains Demon Bounty Hunters. In this Old West town, all hell is breaking loose. Red hot lava demons are trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. This was a section from Slaughter Cinema 2, a house from last year. So we got a little preview of it actually because I was there and I was part of the media event for that night, which I'm so grateful to be, so that I could film inside the house, because you're not normally allowed to film inside the houses here at Halloween Horror Nights. So I can actually show you an idea of some of what we can expect in there, except it's going to be translated into a whole house. And I'm really excited for this because I love that like demon hunter vibe. Van Helsing, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Vampire Hunter D, even over at Dark Universe, the Hounds, like vampire hunters, demon hunters, and this isn't vampire, but you know, that vibe I love. And I think this is going to be super, super cool. All we have for these announcements so far is a bit of concept art and a little description. But like using our imagination and thinking of what we've seen before, Yeah, I think so. Next up, and I'm very, very excited for this one, is Dolls Let's Play Dead. You're about to become doll-sized and be hunted by toys that have been burnt, melded, and stitched together by a twisted little girl. Now, first thing that comes to mind is like Emily Alton, Dollhouses, Dollhouse of the Damned. Like, I love creepy dolls. We've got Chucky, we've got Megan. Well, Megan's not really a doll, but you know, whatever. I love creepy dolls. That is absolutely like, I just love that. So this is for all of us creepy dolls out there. So hyped for this one. We can expect maybe the smell of like baby powder, which we've smelled in other houses, which some people don't like, but I actually really like. And just creepy dolls everywhere. Love it. Next up is Grave of the Flesh. This one's pretty morbid. Welcome to your funeral, where it's about to go from bad to worse. You'll enter the underworld and be hunted by flesh eaters for eternity. Scary, creepy, but we do love a subterranean house. We love going underground in houses. You can expect like earthy smells and worms and those demons that they created for this that have a look that reminds me of other demons we've seen in other houses here. Very, very cool and creative. I think that's going to be a really scary one. And then finally, what they announced today, Galkin, I think it's pronounced, Monsters of the North. So this is in a remote northern village, a wicked being arises from the dead with a horde of monsters try to escape the belly of the beast. So when you look up Galkin, G-A-L-K-N, and the A with a little dash over it, it says it's an Old Norse word that means monsters or beasts. So we can think about like the Scare Zone in 2019, Vikings Undead, maybe something of that vibe. It's like that Old Norse, Viking-ish type of a thing. This also, I think, is going to be like a cold winter house, which I love. Going back to Slaughter Cinema, I'm being surrounded by doves, by the way. They're surrounding me. You guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're running away now that I tried to catch them. So yeah, all of these I can sort of picture. I don't know, I'm getting a somewhat of a Yeti vibe, if you remember the Yeti houses, which were also spin-offs from Slaughter Cinema. So sometimes there's a concept that'll come up in a house and then it'll like extrapolate into a full story, characters, and house by itself. By the way, it started raining and it feels so good. I don't have an umbrella though. Foolish, foolish, foolish. So let's get undercover. As far as shows go, I hope so much that we get a Lagoon show. This right here gives me hope that they may be putting like a sign up for a Lagoon show here, maybe, hopefully, but we don't know. It just started raining like crazy and I got kind of soaked, but I ran and I ran undercover to escape and dry off a bit. Whew. Golly, it was sprinkling at first, but then, and I was like, all right, that's fine, I can walk around and sprinkle. But then it was like, whoosh, umbrella acquired, and of course that means the rain stopped. Actually, no, it's still pitter-pattering. Nice. Summer rains are very common. They happen pretty much every day, but they come and go really quickly, like it's almost done. All right, I came back and people are starting to line up, and a team member just came out and said soon he's gonna open this for the Wicked meet and greet, so we'll get to meet Elphaba and Glinda and say hi to them, and I can show you what it's like. Yay. Things are happening. Things are happening. Are they gonna like come out? The line is being opened. Yay. We are out here. We are waiting. Hopefully any minute now the meet and greet will begin. I think soon. I think soon. It's thundering. Oh my gosh, it's thundering. You hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. See the yellow brick road out in front of here? It's so cool. Hello! Yes, thank you. Let me just put this over here, if I may try to capture the magical, the glorious, the two best friends.
That is possible. My friends in the show just know how to make an influence. Show them that one hand.
Oh! What? I like do the shoulder thing? All right.
That's right.
Wait, that was my camera hand doing it. Well, whatever. Even though they don't have set times right now, the line opened at 3:50 p.m. for that time, and they're doing it like throughout the day, and they said it was from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. right now. Maybe later they'll add the set times in, but right now it's kind of like a surprise type of a thing. But you will see team members come out and start to sort of staff the line, man the line, and people will start to sort of gather around. And if you ask, they may be able to tell you when they're coming back. But either way, it is such a fun meet and greet. They are fantastic and fabulous. I told them I had my swamp glow. Look, my Florida swamp glow. I think I've called it that since I was a kid, but it means when you've been out in the rain and the humidity and the heat and you are just glowing with swampiness. Listen, it happens, okay? They understood though, and they were so sweet, and I got some cute pictures with them, and yeah, it's definitely worth it if you're a fan of Wicked. They're awesome. And check it out, as I come out, they have closed the line. The line is closed off, so it's not that it's necessarily a short set, it's that they take time with each party that goes in, and really if you look at it, that's a lot of parties. That's like half an hour at least worth of people. So when it's time, get in that line, find out, ask a team member, try your best to make it happen because it's very fun. Oh, it is so stormy. I love summer afternoon storms. It feels so good. It's cooled off. The rain's kind of coming and going. It's thundering and rumbling. Oh, wow. It is rumbly. I love it. And right now the main gift shop is filled with Epic Universe, How to Train Your Dragon, Super Nintendo World, all of it. Even Dark Universe, my favorite. Super cool. Plus a lot of other awesome stuff like Hello Kitty. So cute. Oh wow, you see all that? That's awesome. Wow! Lightning. It just lightninged. All right, camera, do me a solid. Catch me some lightning. Oh, we caught the thunder though. Did you hear that? I love the sound of thunder. I mean, the music's really loud too, but hopefully you can hear the rumbling. Woo, Back to the Future! Wow, Florida clouds, man, the best. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I love the look of these stormy clouds. Oh my gosh. Oh, cozy level 1001. I could just stand here for like so long, just feeling the wind and the electricity in the air, and it is nice. All you need is an umbrella or a poncho. I normally have my tiny umbrella. I've showed you guys before. It's tiny and it fits in my bag with me. I will make sure to have it with me for the rest of the summer. It's crucial, but this will be an extra one for the car. What a fun day. I love these parks. I just love the Universal parks, and I love bringing y'all along with me. You know, a video like this I could have done sitting at my desk at home just talking about all the announcements, but it's way more fun for me, and hopefully for you too, to be here in the moment, show you what it's like, the sounds, the sights, the feel, the rain, the summer, all of it to be here. When I lived in Miami, I used to say, man, I wish I could just be there for stuff like this. Just hop over to the park and share all of these cool updates that like I get excited about. Like I genuinely love this stuff. So I could talk about this all day. And now I live here, so I can, so I will. This is my favorite way to share the updates, just in the parks, feeling everything. Can't wait to hear what you guys think about all of this. And of course, we're enjoying the summer. My video before this was a staycation at a resort, lots of pool time, lots of fun. I'll have lots more summer fun videos for you. This, that, the other, all the things. And you can count on me to continue bringing you all of the updates and the good stuff going on here at Universal and the other parks all the time. Just all the time. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm sending you a ton of love. I'll see you for the next video. And until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye.